Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to Pro Cycling Manager 2019 Career Mode, episode number 87. Just yesterday, I passed the 1,000 mark on subscribers, and it is due in large part to those of you who are here viewing this now, as PCM has definitely been the main staple of this channel. So thank you to everyone, and hooray! Let's go ahead and get into the game. So, Stage 10, Giro d'Italia. We have a prototype in the equipment. Let's see kind of what comes with that one. We're looking at what, C24? No, C50. C50, there it is. Okay, so the C50, the new one coming out. The old one, it's one of those that really doesn't have much of a use. It's reliable, it feels really good, and it's kind of a hybrid, and so I figured it was time to redevelop that old model and see if it could emerge as something usable, but we're going to have to test that out before we can really get into it. As for the Giro here on Stage 10 now, all three of the upcoming stages, 10, 11, and 12. 10 is really just survival. It should still be a large group finish. 11 is going to really come down to maybe a few seconds on that last climb, but should be group, and same with 12. So I'm going to be quickly moving through all three of these stages, but knowing that if I were to just bypass in quick sim any of these three stages, it could go quite disastrously for us. And so to protect our lead, to make sure we don't lose any time, we do need to essentially get into them. So if all goes well, I'll see you in the final kilometers of each of the three stages, and we'll just go bang, bang, bang and knock them out. If not, if some surprises occur, we'll come back a little bit early in any of these stages. This Category 2 climb right at the start of this stage is pretty hefty, but it's at the start of the stage, so there's no reason to think that not only would we get over it, but we would also, even if people were dropped, they'd get back on before long. Otherwise, it's really going to be race over. 9K to go, and Quintana is attacking for the stage. George Bennett is attacking for position in the overall. And so as we hit these final kilometers, I only lost Kilometer and Garfield out the back. Pace has been pretty hot throughout this race, so there has been a big effort made by a lot of the teams to chase down the break, which only ever had 6 to begin with. But also, we'll go a little bit longer with Felchi, as nobody's off the front right now. He is slowed down, but he's still got yellow bars, so he's still getting some speed there. And Dianigi now, 4.7K, and also I think we're close enough to get these guys. Right now I've got Evenepoel third wheel, so there's nobody gaining anything here, and actually these guys could lose something if we do this, right? Final 3K. It is a sprint from here. Gottwald. No, not sprint. Just 99. Okay, now sprint. Get Evenepoel into this final K. There we go. 900 meters. I think that's pretty good. Sprint everyone from now. We ride with Evenepoel. Oh, could it be a 1, 2, 3? Peterson for the win. McNulty second. Evenepoel third on the stage. What? Egan Bernal fourth. Yates fifth. Sosa Lopez. Martin Landa and Fulsong. That is funny. Now, easy and normal, you can do that pretty often, but on hard difficulty, that is such a rare feat to do. But the field was pretty tired, pretty exhausted. I didn't do the chase. I was about to pick up the chase at one point fairly early in the stage. The breakaway didn't even start until halfway up that initial Category 2 climb, and by time they got to the valley below, they had a 6-minute lead. And as it pulled out to nearly 7, I was just about to begin chasing and keeping it manageable when Sky picked up that job. And the moment they had it was like, okay. I watched for a little bit. The time first leveled off, and then it started coming back. And it was like, okay, I'll just protect my guys. And because they let the gap out so big before picking it up, the chase was tough. It was a hard chase. And for that, my guys stayed fresh. I mean, I lost 2, but we still had 6 riders left there at the end. I didn't even have to use them all. And we end up with a 1, 2, 3 on the stage. Final 12 kilometers. And this is an undulating period, and we are starting to get a bit of an acceleration. Formula Fullsong is trying to attack, and I brought my team up a little bit late here, so we got some work to do to bring these guys back. Felchi finally makes it through. There's Mater, there's Garfield, but we got to start getting the rest of these guys to fight through. Also, the breakaway's got a little bit of a gap here. Peterson, the latest one, who cannot seem to get through. There we go. Finally, some open space.
Now the guys up front are asking serious questions of the riders in the rear as more of them are left in the wake.
All right. Finally into position. The breakaway, what's left of it anyway, it used to be much larger than this. They are kind of getting down to it. Felchi, go ahead and go to the back of the group. Let's get Mater to take over. This is both a form of attack and a form of defense going right now. Mater to the front. Red bar is done, so we'll bring him to the back. Garfield's up. Let's go ahead and use the gel on these guys. It's 6K, actually. Let's just about use everybody's. Not quite. There is some undulation, so 2 climbs. Still a minute. Garfield's done. What am I waiting for? Inigi. Okay, now it's 4K. Gottwald, McNulty will wait just a hair longer on Venapoles. 3.4, 3.3 sounds good. Use everybody's gel now. Make sure to sprint, Dianigi. Don't tuck.
Quick attack by Matisz Moric.
That's not Matisz Moric, but okay. Peterson, your turn. Still 33 seconds to those 6 riders. I don't think they're going to be caught, but they don't have much left at all. We've caught them, but that doesn't mean we've caught them yet. 600 meters. They've still got the advantage at this point. Oh, Peterson, you blocked me off. Let's just sprint to everyone. But Evenepoel, 300 meters to go, and the guys at the front are still at the front. They have not been caught. We are going to get a stage win from the breakaway. It's Valgren who hangs on. Gottwald's going to get up into the top 5, I think. Quintana takes second. He was in the break. Lopez gets third. That's from the peloton. Gottwald 4th. Demarquis, Landa, Sosa, Bardet, Yates, Mohoric, McNulty 16th. Evenepoel only 20th? What happened, dude? I thought you were going to at least get close to the top 10. No time loss. Easy on that. We caught the break, but we didn't beat the break to the line. We beat 4 of the 6 breakaway riders, but the last 2 hung on and claimed the stage. Approaching the end, 18 kilometers to go, and it's time to get set, ready to go for the finish. This stage has been almost completely flat, and the end of the stage isn't bad at all. But you can see 5 little punchy climbs 3 of them are not steep whatsoever, really just the one steep one. But the overall pace, if we really manage it well at 99s, I think we can really take control of this. So I'm going to have McNulty follow Evenepoel. And then Evenepoel has an 80 on hills today, by the way. I think we might be able to do something here with this. Now, normally Gottwald's our best puncher, but he's on a -1. Really not panning out well. It's Dianigi today who has an 80. Yeah, an 80 for punch. So we protected him. And I think Felci, 77. Pedersen has a 76 and also better stamina, so I think we'll have him go. And then Felci, and then Gottwald, and then Garfield, and Kilometer. So Mater, come to the front quickly, please. Don't let the team drop back. There we go. We have one rider left away. It's a 2.5 minute gap to Chad Haga. That is a difficult catch here at the end, but he is riding solo, so his pace is going to be pretty slow. And we've got a whole team of guys burying themselves for the cause. So 13.8 kilometers. Mater done. Have him grab onto the back. Gel just starting to kick off for him, so it's going to take a little bit. Garfield. I think we're going to ride these 97s.
Sustained rhythm at the moment. Some riders definitely won't be able to keep up.
Gottwald, his acceleration now. We're looking, there's Evenepoel. Felci, McNulty, these guys are a little bit out of position. And if 40 is the gap, Gottwald, strong enough downhill, he opens that. Oh, there's the finish, the little uphill. It's 3.8. 3.8 at the finish is what we're looking at. Felci burned a lot of energy just getting into position. We're going to have you go to the back. Garfield, I'm going to have you scoot up ahead of Mater, who is drifting. And we're on to Felci. Still a minute 15, so we've cut the gap in half. And this is the real climb right here. Pedersen, Dianigi, you're both going to get used on this climb. And Felci is really only going to get us another 15 meters or so, which is all he managed. 6.6K. I think this is where we're going to split the field. Already 30 riders.
The lead over the pack is dwindling.
And just like that, we catch Chad Haga. Alright, Dianigi, your turn. Pedersen is done. Where are these guys? Felci. Gottwald. Okay, follow Gottwald. Gottwald's right in front of you. Pedersen, you're going to try to get in front of them. Still 5.6K to go, but as we go over the top of this, we're putting ourselves in a strong position to attack the rest of the way. Evenepoel is next in line, but I've still got guys here, still got a rotation of guys, and now all of a sudden we've got a peloton of just 30 riders, and a breakaway of just 5 now. That is what I was looking for. You guys are going to go auto. You guys are going to go auto. We've got definite splits. I'm going to use your gel. I want not all 3. I want McNulty, Dianigi, Pedersen, relay at 99. $2K to go. We stay away. Okay, now change it up once again. McNulty is at the front, so we'll use you, and then Dianigi, and then Evenepoel. Peterson just follow on, and McNulty sprint.
Final sprint is off. Who's going to be the first to the line today?
Oh man, Bernal's the one who got here with us. But does Evenepoel have enough energy? He is 3/4 of a bike length behind Bernal. Oh, Bernal's going to win the stage. We're going to take a 2, 3, 4, 5. But the important thing is the time gap. And outside of Bernal, we're gaining a little bit of time on everyone as long as they don't screw us over and give these other guys the same time. Viviani wins the sprint of everyone behind. But again, we have that little gap. Awfully small. I'll be ticked if they don't give us something. It's not a sprint stage. It is clearly classified as a punchy stage. Will we get that punch? I should have sent Evenepoel a little bit earlier. He may have won it. Maybe not. Bernal's got a lot better sprint than he does. Pedersen could have been the favorite, but in working to get away, stay away, I used up the other guys outside of Evenepoel, who just himself not strong enough in that sprint. But that is certainly a gap, and it would be disappointing if we don't get that small gap. We do! 20 seconds! Okay, that is the important part. Forget the fact that we just had a breakaway of 5 riders, with 4 of them being in my team. But the distance was so short to the finish, right? The strongest sprinter claimed it, and that's totally fine. Pedersen probably could have competed to take that stage if I would have sat him up a little bit sooner and just used Dianigi and McNulty at the front. But then again, maybe we would have had a gap too small and they wouldn't have given us a gap. I care more about the 20 seconds than I do about the stage win. And we do get the 20 seconds. Plus, we still get 6 and 4 anyway. We get 6 anyway for Evenepoel. So that really matters. Bernal gaining 4 seconds on me, don't care. Him getting the stage win, don't care. Getting 20 seconds over everybody else, do care. Very much so. 48 seconds over lots of riders, do care. Very much so. So, what does that do? Well, Adam Yates is now 41 seconds behind. Lopez is a minute 7. George Bennett, minute 20. McNulty stays at a minute 55 as he is in that group. Sosa, 3:13. Bernal, 3:19. That's also one reason why I don't care about that. He's still behind Ivan Sosa. I think Sky is suffering from dual leadership issues. Fulsang at 4. Formula 4:20. 5.5 to Carapaz. 7 to Quintana and Martin. Bardet is over 8. Martinez over is 8.5. So it's Simon Yates. That feels so good. That feels so good to be in that strong of a position now. Overall, Sky has a very slight edge, but the two of us are running away with the team classification. One piece of bad news is McNulty's fitness peak has ended, but he still has the strong position in the top 5 overall. He still has the favorite race bonus, and in the coming stages, we did our recon mission, so the reconnoitering bonus is coming here in a couple stages for those big climbs at the end. One final stage for this episode. Stage 14 now. Stage 13 was a sprint stage. So we move forward. We're into that back third. And things are still looking good. So the recovery, the fatigue starting to pick up a little bit within the race, but Evenepoel is balancing that well. He's still looking at a +4 race day condition, largely because of the outstanding performance. First place overall, of course. But also the preparation. He has that fitness peak. Now, speaking of that fitness peak, it triggered on the 13th of May. It is now the 25th of May, so it's been 12 days. His duration is 18 to 24, so he has 6 to about 10 days left that puts us right about to the end. So hopefully it holds out past stage 20 anyway. If it does, stage 21, not a thing. So we are now about a week from the finish. And he's got about a week and a half left on his fitness peak. If he holds out, and some of the other riders, right? 13, his triggered a bit early, so Dianigi's not going to last much longer. But those three are all going to last maybe a couple days sooner on Kilometer. So Dianigi is the kind of the only one that I'm worried about ending soon. Of course, McNulty's just ended, but he's going to be still pretty solid wingman the rest of the way. We still have a lot of good positive support. If those fitness peaks, with the exception of Dianigi, hold out till the end of the race, I think we're definitely looking at a podium. Can we do more? Well, we have 4 climbing stages still to go. The time trial should help us counter if we lose any time over these climbing stages. Today we get 1 more of those climbing stages going. Not much happening in the first half of the stage, so we'll pick things up in the back third or so. I think we'll do all 3 of these climbs. Alright, here we go. Final third of the stage. Just under 60 kilometers to go. We will probably need water 1 more time before that final climb. Hopefully I remember to grab it as we go over the penultimate climb, or maybe over the next climb, which then should be close enough to get us to the end. Breakaway was 20 riders. It was a hard one to get into, so those breakaway riders had to work really hard to establish a lead, which means there was some fatigue. But with 20 riders, there was a little bit of recovery, but we can already see the group is falling apart. There are just 11 left. At 2 minutes, there are 3 in no man's land that we're about to reel in. And as we approach the Category 2 climb, the steepest one so far, there's already a big thinning out of the peloton. The 3 riders, we just caught them, and we're already losing riders. 62 now in the peloton as we go through the sprint point and just about ready to begin the climb. And the first of my riders actually just now went out the back. That's Dianigi. +3 for the day, but he's just not that strong of a climber. Even with the help, he was only a 71. That's how fast we've been going. We're about to climb, and he's already gone back. So he was protecting Evenepoel, so that means we need to switch. Probably Gottwald. There you go. That's Garfield now. Yeah, I'm fine with that. All right, pace. We're going to have to pick this up a little bit, but I don't want to pick it up too much. Only 58 riders at the peloton, so it's a small group. We can't afford to go backwards. But at the same time, really don't want to spend too much energy on this, as we're not going to have a terribly long recovery period. 44K to go. Water's a maybe. Who is slipping backwards? Okay. Peterson and Mater, those guys are protecting, so yeah, that's okay. Just 47 left already. Okay, definitely going out the back, so we'll set you to auto, and we will set you to auto. They have not lost contact officially. Now they have. All right, how are we looking up front? Gottwald's about to slip back. He is the one protecting Evenepoel, and he's still there. Might let these guys, it's only 1K, so let them ride for themselves for now, so they all actually make it over the top.
Aha! He's trying to give his pals the slip.
Like Garfield. If he makes it over the top, then he can contribute on the other side. 26 riders left. Gottwald has gone out the back. Doesn't surprise me, but with Felchi still here, that's 4 riders for the 2 climbs to come, and already a very small peloton. Just 3 riders left away. Let's get an update on who that is. So Ciccone and Formulo Uran in between. It's almost 3 minutes, but that can be covered pretty quick in some hefty climbs to come. Yeah, relentless. Ooh, that's a good word for it. It's going to be a tough stage here, and a lot could happen. We're going to up this a little bit to an 83 to make sure nothing bad happens. And what am I doing? Garfield, protect. And Felchi, protect. Venable almost back to full strength now. McNulty will be there very soon. That's a good thing. For a while, I was thinking that this would be a stage where I'd use the likes of Gottwald, Mader, Pedersen, Dianegi at the base of the climb to push the tempo and hurt teams. Well, that's already happened. There's only 29 riders left in the peloton, and it looks like those riders behind are not coming back at us at all. So this is it. There's Uran back into the group. He might survive, but I doubt it. It's possible. But most of the teams have really thinned out. I mean, if we only have now 28 in the peloton, that 26 more riders going backwards, and we've almost caught those two. So stage is coming from us, but 23 riders that's a small group. That is a very small group. Garfield's already gone out the back. Felchi is about to go out the back. And I'm going to let these two ride solo. I don't want to waste McNulty now. Just 14 riders remain. And we're still chasing those two. We haven't caught them yet, but it's a very small group now. I need water. McNulty, that's you, buddy. And then we're going to get an idea of who's here. Movie Star, that's Astana as well, so we're going to watch out there. But to the back of the group. All right, so Grossschartner's here. We got Full Song. We've got George Bennett is still here. Enrique Mas is here. We have Bardet. We have Adam Yates, Quintana. There's Bernal, Landa. We already got Bardet. Let's see. Carapaz, Sosa, and Lopez. So none of the favorites have been dropped yet, but most of the teams are now without support. We've got, let's see, 2 movie star riders, 2 Sky riders, and 2 Astana riders. And that's it. So no team has more than 2 riders as we hit the base of the climb. McNulty, protect, buddy. 10K to go. And there is Ciccone and Formulo. They will not last. Not at all. Sosa doing the work, so that means he is going to face, and Landa are both going to see some huge losses, I think, time losses, as they are going to expend themselves. Pedersen already at the back, already 10.5 minutes down, and he and Antonio Nibali, last time I checked, those two were riding together with no one else in the group. Take each other out, that could be devastating. He does get back up. He is 12 minutes down now. I think he's still okay on time, but he's going to lose a lot more time on this climb. By the way, we have caught Ciccone and Formulo. All right, here's the first acceleration. It's George Bennett. So, McNulty, you're going to counter this, and Evenepoel. Right, his wheel. 7.8K. And no. They shut it down. We shut it down. They're about to try again. To pull out a wheel or two.
And off he goes. He's giving it one last go.
Bernal also trying to go.
Counter-attack by Romain Bardet.
Don't use your gel. This is the super steep part of the climb. Don't want a gap to open up too much, but I want you to be the one using your energy right now and not Evenepoel. Just gentle pacing, because he is already towards the end here. His 5th place is very much in jeopardy now. But he gets us back into position. Right now he's still giving us a little protection. Evenepoel's going to have to come out from the shadow here in a second. 6K to go. Just 11 left in the group. I want you to take position here. 9 left in the group. McNulty's out the back. Set him to auto. He is with Landa. Bardet on the verge of getting dropped. We can see the whole group from here, so we're okay now. But we lose sight of things. Bardet is dropped. And then there were 8. 5K to go. Okay, we're seeing an acceleration from Lopez.
The riders are in a portion above 10%. None of the favorites is giving an inch. Watch out, a team leader is falling behind.
And now there's just 3. 4K to go. I want you to use your gel. I also want you to sit up. We're going to let Lopez go. Use Carapaz to chase. This gives him some time, and it's not a good thing, but if we didn't do that, we run out of energy long before the top. There we go. Gel kicks in. We're back to 7. 3.3K. Can I do something here? Get a little separation. Okay, just separation is all I wanted. 49 seconds. And we're almost back at him. But we really need to sit up here. Just casual. 14 seconds. 2K to go. And we've caught on. There we go, so we can sit up. That was a risky move, but so far it's paid off. Here is Full Song. I've got the lead. I do not need to attack these guys with no energy, just a tiny bit of red bar. I definitely can't do that right now. Final kilometer. $800 meters. 700 meters. 500. 400. 300.
There we go. The sprint is on. The riders are setting themselves up.
200. Lopez is going to take the stage, but we're with him for a second. And time caps over everybody else.
He was the strongest at the
Oh, we hung on. Full song. Yates. Here is Carapaz.
in this difficult race.
Bernal is going to take 6th. Here's Bennett. He's going to lose a bunch of time. There's Quintana. Landa. Bardet. Gross-Schartner. There's McNulty. He takes 12th. Moss. Sosa moving down the order. Formulo. From the break.
This climb is
There's a
clear.
big group
The
attacking.
percentages are very high.
Here's Felchi. There's Gottwald. Alright, we'll stick around long enough to see the times, get the results, but we are absolutely still in the lead of this race, so we survived the test. I think that was an incredibly smart move to let Lopez go, ride our pace, but as soon as that group went to make contact with us, don't let them get on. We used that energy, got us up to the front, and then we ended up with just that group of 3. We were able to ride away from Full Song, and while we couldn't win the stage, Lopez gets that credit, but again, 2nd place, and no time loss is the important part. We crossed the line with Lopez, so we keep the gap to him, and we increase the gap over everyone else. Peterson crossed the line in time. There are a couple riders eliminated on time today, though.
We've selected for you.
All right, so same time, and then we gain time on everybody else. That's huge. Full on 24 seconds. The three of us were right there together, 400 meters to go, and he ends up 24 seconds down because he had nothing left. Saving that last little itty-bitty bit made such a difference. Yates, 35 seconds behind. Carapaz, minute 9. Bernal, 2:11. And look how quickly these time gaps grow. McNulty was 4:17 behind, doing that work to set Evenepoel up for this finish. So here we are. Here's the overall now. A minute 3 ahead of now second place Miguel Angel Lopez of Bahrain Merida. He does not have strong support, which is good. Also, not a time trialist, which is good. Very difficult to beat as a climber. So staying with him, right? A 79.74 versus an 83.78. 78 being the resistance. He is a much stronger climber than us. And yet, we stayed with him. This race has gone beautifully so far. It's not over yet, though. Any one of these stages could be significant time losses for us. But we hang in there for now. And so far, we've actually managed to just eke out more seconds here and there, or big time gaps here and there. Lopez, minute behind. Yates, minute 22. So he's further down. He slips from second to third. Bennett, 3:58. So 4 minutes now already just to fourth place. 4.5, 5.5. McNulty at 6. Carapaz 6:40. Sosa 9. Quintana just about 10 minutes behind in 10th place. So those gaps, especially to the back 5 of the top 10, now getting pretty big, especially without strong time trialists where we could really gain some more time. So at this point, Bennett, Fuglsang, Bernal, I think could still mount a challenge of some sort. Carapaz, it's going to take a monster stage from him if he's going to get back in this. Sosa and Quintana are out of it. I think we're down to 8 riders that have any chance. McNulty is not going to steal this from Evenepoel. So we're down to 6 competitors who have a chance. Lopez, Yates, Bennett, Fuglsang, Bernal, Carapaz. Realistically, we're looking more like Lopez and Yates as those gaps to the other guys get bigger. Bennett, Fuglsang are good. They're not that great. They've just minimized their losses. Bernal's a threat. Carapaz is a threat. But they're further behind. So realistically, it's Lopez and Yates we need to watch out for. Which means, does that mean we're into a podium now? I think our chances of the podium grow every day. The WIN word that I don't want to get into yet, I think we went from 0% chance to 5% chance. Maybe now we're up to 15% chance. So I don't want to start talking about that yet, even if I kind of just did. But we're far away from that being, I still think 85% that we're only podium. So things are good, though. Things are really good after 14 stages of the Giro d'Italia. So Tour of Italy, very much going our way. More climbing to do. This stage, not as bad at all. And then we do have a time trial coming. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. How are we looking? Oh, 9,000. Dang. Almost 6,000 now. Bye for now.